Hi, everyone, and welcome to Friday Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Jaron Rosine. Our producer is Nick Steffens. Our publisher is Matt Bryant. We're powered by the Southeast Iowa Union as well. And later in the show, our guest will be Willie Stone, Superintendent of the Washington Community School District. Happy to be here on Friday. Friday's when I stay up a little too late on Thursdays sometimes.
Yeah, you didn't send the police report in, and like 30 minutes later than you usually do, so I figured you had a wild night.
Show the clip. It was a real throwback to what JP's used to do and what we need to do and what we're going to get back to doing. We had a wonderful show last night with Gianni Spezzamante, Matteo Centinetto, Randy and Beth Swift. Shout out to you guys for making this happen. Are you playing the clip?
I am.
Play it.
And killing it.
It was incredible. It was from 9 to 11 after the farmer's market. We had this blues jam session. Craig McClanahan, Tanner, and the drummer was Andy McDonald. It was special. It was really meaningful and fun, and it's been a while. So anyway, that's why it's part of the reason I stayed up a little later than normal, and
part of it.
That's the Thursday usual. So we'll do our thing. We're going to do police report, the almanac, the weather. We're going to talk about back to school stuff as our back to school week with Willie Stone. I have one other. Oh yeah, birthday shout outs. Please, if you have a birthday shout out, anniversary, or a local event that you'd like to plug, throw that in the chat. Future, upcoming. You can also email washialive@gmail.com. And finally, if you haven't done so yet, please hit the like button, hit that follow button so you know when we go live, and share as we grow our show together. It'll let you know like when we go live, and then you can watch it then, you can watch it later, or you can skip around. And I know a lot of people do that. That's just fine because we are a show in 3 segments, and we'll get right now into segment 1, weather. I can see out the window it is 66 degrees and cloudy. Later this afternoon it will be 74 degrees and cloudy. This evening it will be 67 and cloudy, and at night it'll be 66 and cloudy. So
it's a cloudy day.
That is how it is. Police report, there is gold to dig in here. Just 49 calls for service since our last chat. 7 are warrants, 6 are animal, 5 are traffic, 3 are agency assist, 3 are public service, 3 are suspicious activity, 2 in fire, and 2 and less for our rundown of the rest. Missing person, welfare, trespass, harassment, family offense, civil dispute, property recovered, theft, civil standby, sex offender, assault, fraud, and 1 fireworks in the mix. So it's been a minute since we've had that. We'll cover it in a moment. In Riverside, we have a suspicious vehicle in the neighborhood. It has been pulling into several driveways and then slowly left the development. Last seen turning on West 135th. They might have just been shopping for a lot. I feel like this location was they might have just been lot shopping.
Could be.
Couldn't say, Nick. Next up, we have a location of a warrant out of Washington County, so another get arrested, get a bonus arrest from another place at the same time. We have exactly that again, out with a subject in the jail lobby who's wanted out of Washington County, turned themselves in. Appreciate that.
It makes it easy on everyone.
I suppose it does. Have you been arrested, Nick?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Why would you think that?
Just checking in. Nick is our young college grad. He's bad at math. He's real smart in many other ways. Johnson County, out with the subject, again arrested. Then next up in Brighton, we have caller reports a gray Ford Mustang convertible. It's parked at the neighbor's barn, and they are shooting off fireworks in the direction of her dogs.
That's not okay.
Subject called back. They had advised leaving westbound. Spoke with the subjects involved, given a verbal warning. Don't do that.
I can excuse fireworks, but I think I draw the line at animal cruelty.
Well, in the country, it's better. I don't think they were doing it intentionally.
Oh, okay. They weren't firing off Roman candles at dogs.
No, that would be terrible.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Friends is fine.
Friends, that's funny.
No, actually, we're talking about back to school safety with Superintendent Stone.
Yeah, so kids don't do that.
None of that. We have a stolen vehicle situation. Bulltown responded, towed the stolen vehicle. Owner can retrieve. I think they found the person, and we have a whole list of drugs or of arrests. Possession of paraphernalia, possession of burglary tools, driving under suspension, theft 3rd degree, 3 counts of theft 5th degree, unlawful possession of prescription pills. Bad behavior. from this individual.
Don't do drugs,
from
kids.
this lady. Next up, subject in the library who's a paper service requests an officer arrest of a homeless individual. Local event shout out. There will be a forum on the 22nd. You can mark your calendar now, Monday the 22nd, from 2 to 4 p.m. And that's going to be a forum on homelessness in Washington. It's meant to be an opportunity for people to express concerns, ask questions, talk about the shelter, talk about the problems that exist outside of the shelter. I think there's about a 20 to 30-minute informational portion and an hour and 15-minute portion of questions and concerns. They scheduled it for when most can be there. I have to be at a wedding in Chicago. There's so much to say that I can't even get into it. Like, I struggle. I'm a man of faith. I have a heart, but then I have anger and frustration. And anyway, this is Monday the 22nd.
A completely unrelated local event. Oh, are you done with the police report?
No, I have more to go. Or do you have an event shout out?
Well, it was the cruise. The cruise thing.
That is a nicer event. Why didn't you shout that out?
There's a cruise on the square, old cars. I think the squad cars for the sheriff will be
that
there.
is on the 13th.
That's on the 13th.
And they're,
a little more lighthearted local event.
Jared Schneider and Sean Ellingson mentioned
Yes.
it because part of the cruise for this event, specifically on the 13th, will be 2 police cars. And kids love, you mentioned this.
Oh yeah, when I was little, it was state patrol officers, but same difference. It's a squad car is a squad car.
They are more aggressive.
Yeah, my grandpa was a ticket, that's all he did was just the driver's license. That was his job with the state patrol office, which it sounds absolutely boring. Not to.
No, you're fine. I'm just realizing how we are kind of meandering aggressively around the topics today. We're going to get back to the police report. We'll do our almanac, and then after the break, we'll talk to Superintendent Stone. I have a few more police report things to cover. Reports her ex-husband stole the license plates off of her vehicle, spoke with the caller, plates entered as stolen, one and done. On the north end, reports her 17-year-old son is not coming. He is at his girlfriend's home in Iowa City. She is willing to go there, although believes there could be issues. No, he was coming.
Yeah.
Home soon, probably. Next up, we have a semi in Johnson County on Highway 22 that lost 20 gallons of diesel. Riverside Fire responded to this, and they did not locate the diesel.
That's $100 right there.
I suppose. And then DNR was contacted, and then they did not find this diesel. I heard that on the call log.
Huh.
We have about 5 more to do, and we'll do our almanac. A 2-vehicle accident on East Washington and 2nd. With the trailer involved, no damage or no injuries, but some damage under $1,500. Next up on Coppic Road, we had a report of a brown and white horse loose on the roadway. Animal put back in pen.
That's good.
That is good. No contact order violation. We're back to the stolen license plates. We have 2 big, oh yeah, this was interesting. Reports 2 big dogs are in her yard. One is aggressive, unknown owner. Dogs are both males. Request a deputy. Do you remember from Kinley, animal husbandry, how you know that dogs are males?
Yeah, wait. No, I don't.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
so that. Next up, reports an employee is being harassed at the business. Request to speak with an officer. Banned from Subway. Someone put a shoe on the road in Madison by the 2nd stoplight. Responded to check the area. Unable to locate the shoe or anything else on fire in the area. May have located the remnants of the shoe. So yeah, someone lit a shoe on fire on West Madison and South Avenue C. As always, if you know the rest of the story, and we want to be compassionate with our police report, life is hard, things happen. I'm not passing judgment. We're just reporting the news. I feel bad sometimes,
Yeah.
but I would like to know what happened with the shoe on fire.
Because we only get we have 3 sentences really with these entries.
And we talked about this before. When you referred to someone maybe being mistruthful, a lot of times someone reports something, police respond, and by the time the police respond, the thing has
I didn't want to call anyone a liar. It's just more.
the thing has ceased.
Yes.
We have 2 more before our almanac. Suspicious vehicle at Richmond AMVETS parked in an odd location as the last people were leaving the baseball game and shut their vehicle off. 9213 responded and checked the property. Building was secure, no one in the vehicle. It's possible they just parked it there. I like it. Also like this one. This is in Riverside, up to our northern neighbors. Caller report subjects are outside La Shiva Loca playing hacky sack and drinking. The business is already closed for the night. 9219 responded, spoke with the subjects, and advised them to move along since the business is closed.
Let
That's
them
good
be.
fun.
Let them be. Yeah, they're just putting back a few brewskis, playing hacky sack.
No, well, not on the streets. This is
Oh,
where,
they're on the street? I thought they were just like.
I think they were in the streets.
Oh, okay. So
this
don't
is
play in the
probably
street,
a good,
kids.
like, move along.
Yeah.
The party is over. The music has stopped. Oh, we have one more. A traveling vehicle that smells of marijuana. 104 checked the area and was unable to locate the vehicle, probably because it was moving. So that was at the country club. Speaking of local events, as we speak, our guest host, Todd Patterson, who I think might be back when I take a vacation, first vacation since 2019. I'm gone for a week, and we're hoping Toddy P is our guest host for that week. He's currently at the country club doing the foundation fundraiser for the Washington County Hospital and Clinics, which is where this vehicle was. Probably not there today. Thank you again on our kind of little weird Friday. I realize our flow has been all over the board. We have one more thing to cover before we go to break, and then speak about back to school safety with Superintendent Stone. What do we have for Almanac Days? That's what we do next, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
a
What
good
we
day to snip the animals.
Again with
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Thank you for not saying it. Because
yeah.
people have noticed that this has been like a 5-time ongoing thing where we mention
Yeah.
animal.
It's becoming a theme, and I don't know how I feel about it.
We might need to move the almanac to just word of the day. But
Well, there's going to be a joke of the day coming up, and another shout out to Todd
looking
Patterson.
forward to that segment. I know you laid down several clips of the joke of the day with Todd Patterson, and he's kind of our compatriot in these shenanigans on Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Jaron Rosine. We're going to go to break, and when we come back, Superintendent Stone, we're going to talk about the back to school category. Thank you, Nick. Let's go to break.
At Ace, we're eager to assist you with all your shopping needs. Whether that be finally painting that room, getting ready for the next hunting season, or upgrading your bathroom. Whatever it may be, we'll make sure you get what you need.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
Bring the kids and share the memories from steam engines, antique cars and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Maybe your memories are of great food from the North Village to the Log Village, or learning how to square dance over at the Dance Barn. This is the place where memories are made. Make plans now to enjoy the history of the past at the 2022 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, September 1st through 5th in Mount Pleasant. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
Welcome back to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Jaron Rosine. Our producer is Nick Steffens, and I'm joined now by the superintendent of our schools, Willie Stone. Hi, Willie.
Hello, how are you, Jaron?
Superintendent Stone.
I go by Willie. Everybody I tell that, so.
Then that is what we'll do. We kind of got distracted on the break talking about sports and the sports that you played. My grandpa was an educator and a sport player. You did all four.
I did. I was a 4-sporter in high school and then 2-sporter in college.
Where did you go to college?
Central College at Pella.
Central at Pella, and then UNI for your what was it?
I went for my superintendent's license there. So I went to Central for my BA, or BS. And then I went to Drake for my master's, and then UNI for my superintendent's license.
And it's a family business because your brother, I believe, just
It
got
is.
hired in the Mid-Prairie School District.
It is. It's even greater than that, actually. If my dad was a teacher
Tell us.
for 46 years at Pekin, so I grew up in the area, and teacher and coach, and a lot of people know him actually from coaching because he was highly successful in football.
That is wonderful. We hadn't covered that yet. Yeah.
And then my sister is actually a teacher at Sigourney.
Awesome.
And she moves grades, so I don't know what grade. My brother-in-law was the superintendent at Sigourney Pekin, and now he's at Ottumwa. And my nephew is the assistant principal at Mount Pleasant. So
That is incredible.
we are definitely in education.
I fall short, but preachers and teachers in my family as well. Both my grandpa and my grandma met at the Iowa Teachers College. When it was at UNI now, Iowa Teachers College, Grandpa taught here for 35 years and did driver's ed for another 17 and coached. And I have a great respect for the industry.
Yeah, it's been, for my family, it's been amazing. It's really all we know, and that's all we grew up knowing, and so it's treated our family well.
Well, and I kind of, again, I've been a little clunky today around, but that was my first question was background and your calling, but it sounds like your calling existed even before
Yeah.
you were.
I grew up at school. I mean, especially with Dad coaching, we would go in on Sundays, and I remember walking around making playbooks for the football team, and that was kind of our family thing to do. So
Incredible. Before you became a superintendent, were you in the classroom, and what were you teaching in the classroom?
I started off teaching in Miami, Florida at a Christian school, and I was a PE teacher, elementary, middle school. And then when I moved back to Iowa, I'm certified in science K-8. I was a science teacher in Seymour, Iowa for junior high, and then and coached everything. And then went from there. I was assistant principal at Wilton, Iowa for 3 years.
Yep, just down the road.
Yeah, and then after that, I moved to Laverne, Corth Wesley Laverne, in
And I don't know Laverne. Where's Laverne?
North Central Iowa. So it's by like Algona.
Algona, okay. So when I think North Central, I think of Clear Lake,
Yep, I would have been 42 minutes southwest of Clear Lake.
42 Southwest. Okay.
So, and I was there for 4 years as a superintendent, shared superintendent and principal. And then my last day before coming to Washington, I was at Corning and Villisca, which is now Southwest Valley. And I was there for 9 years as a superintendent. So this is my 5th year here. So this will be my 17th year as a superintendent.
Pretty incredible to have that experience and knowledge in our district. I mean, I think of our teachers, I think of the WEA and how you've worked with them. When I saw you at some of our legislative forums and just the team.
Yeah.
I mean, sports or
Yep.
the team, the network of educators and para-educators, like this team thing that we have going on is pretty incredible.
We're really trying to create a family, and we just had today. We have new staff here. We had 13 certified staff. We had 13 or 14 here today, and we have a couple more that couldn't make it. But that was, they joined the family of 350 people, and
That's right. You're one of the largest employers in
yeah,
in our city,
Yeah.
as well as the hospital, which
Yeah.
we've mentioned. And
yeah.
also a good fit. Yeah, I love what you're describing about how you bring people together and grow together.
We really try to.
Real quick, we mentioned your brother being the superintendent, just hired for Mid-Prairie. Did he travel far for this position? Where did he come in as you bring?
He was the principal at Fairfield.
At
So
Fairfield,
he was a principal he taught at Pekin, and then was a interim principal there, and then went to Fairfield as an assistant principal, and then came the head principal, and then moved to Mid-Prairie. So
I love constantly when we have guests, or just in the world that we live in, that it's a big, small world.
Yeah.
I went to college at Iowa, had a class with a kid, became friends, learned out, Pekin
Oh,
grad,
yeah.
Jared Burns, Seth Burns, just
Okay.
about my age, became friends first and then learned, oh yeah, we grew up 12 miles away from each
yeah,
other.
it's crazy, isn't it?
It is cool. And we've got Henry County, Mount Pleasant kiddo over here with
Yep.
Nick.
So
So all in the region.
Yeah.
keeping it Southeast Iowa.
Best small world story I've ever had was I was walking on South Beach in Miami and ran into
Yes.
a college teammate. I walked by me, and I swear that was Ben Byers, and he lives in Iowa still, but
There you
it's
are in
just
Florida
crazy.
together.
Yeah, like how that happens, but
I like that. So we're going to talk we intend to talk about back to school safety
do.
topics, and we'll have a break in the middle. Before we do back to school safety, why don't we talk about the building part, like the bond, then we'll do a break, and then we'll talk about those back to school things that people should know, which I know you have about 4 to cover. But before that, what's the status of this building project?
Sure.
And the bond that passed. What I love is how you communicated with people, had people pick the plan they liked best.
Yeah.
That a bond went off as a bond went on, so taxes do not go up, but we're able to do this project. What's the status of the project?
The status of that project is we just approved last Wednesday night actually design and development, so D&D picture or architect pictures and plans, and then now they're going out to plans. We're hoping to go out to bid in November and get bids in December, and we'll start rolling in spring of 2023.
So the bid process go out in November. Is it a 30-day?
It's 30-day, yeah.
Because this is a big project.
A big project.
What is our $1 million price tag?
It's right now it's sitting at we're trying to stay under 28.5. Not trying, we're staying under 28.5 million. So
not a laughing matter.
We're gonna go in 2 phases just because of the challenge of the market right now with inflation. Right now, things are starting to come down, but businesses aren't really wanting, because it's a 2-year process. It's a 2-year.
Commit to that.
They don't want to commit and they don't know, so they're going to overcharge so that they make sure they don't get cheated. They protect themselves. So this first phase is going to cost us around $22 million, and that'll be bid this next year. And we're gonna do all our new additions. So we'll do the new high school edition. We'll have 2-story high school edition, and
what a great campus that will be.
Yeah, it'll be amazing once it's all done.
That's where I went to junior high, by the way, but the garden is still there, right?
Yep, the garden is still there, and it will still be there.
That is wonderful. Don't walk too close if you're in trouble. That was my experience.
So,
but anyway,
we'll keep the garden, but we have the new addition of the high school. We have a new addition on the north wing of the old junior high building. Is what it would be.
That's how
that's how people know it. And then we'll have our new gym addition, which is going to be that'll be great. That we'll have
a gym on both.
We'll have 3 gyms right next to each other there.
Okay.
That gym's going to be on the southeast corner of the building.
Okay.
So and then those are the main additions that we're trying to add this first round. And then next year, once we get the new high school addition built, we'll move everybody out of the old junior high, move them into the new high school additions, and then we'll renovate that. And there's about $4 to $5 million worth of work to do just in that renovation.
Phase.
That's that second phase.
And you probably have specs. We often put things in the comment or in the chat, so I imagine we can connect. And if you're interested to look at those plans or look at a link, we can make that happen in the chat.
Yeah. And what I'll do is the big thing is right now I have 3D drawings, so people can. For most people that's really what's it going to look like. You know where's everything going to be. So I do have a couple of those that I can just email to you too, and
great.
We can get that out. And
this is what's great about this Washington Live. You can watch it live.
Yeah.
A few people do.
Yeah.
People watch it later, and we can put exactly what you just mentioned into our chat. We're going to go to a break.
Sure.
Washington Live, you're watching with powered by KCTC. Your host, Jaron, joined by Superintendent Stone, our producer, Nick Steffens. Stick around after the break. We're going to cover the back-to-school safety topics. Thanks for listening to the building topics, which we'll put more information about in the chat. See you soon after the break.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
many, farmland holds more than financial value. It holds emotional value. Whether your farm has been in your family for generations or it's an investment, we recognize the importance of your relationship with your land. At Hertz Farm Management, we have been serving landowners in Iowa for over 75 years. At Hertz, we bring a personal and knowledgeable approach to helping customers manage, buy, sell, or appraise farms. We invite you to visit our Washington office and partner with someone you can trust.
Welcome back to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Jaron Rosine. Producer is Nick Steffens, publisher is Matt Bryant, and we're having a wonderful conversation with Superintendent of Schools, Willie Stone. Hi again, Willie.
Hello.
So now we've talked about the building project, we've talked about some background. Let's talk about what we should know going back to school. Let's hit those topics. There's back to school safety, your mission. Take it away. What do we need to know?
Just a couple of things that we want students, staff, and parents, community to know that our mission at school is we want to prepare our students to lead lives of purpose. And we have 6 general outcomes that we want as students leave. We want them to make sure they understand. We want them to contribute to society, contribute to each other. We want them to be able to collaborate. Everything now in our world is being able to collaborate with people.
Absolutely.
We want them to be able to communicate clearly so that they are able to speak what they think and where their feelings are at. We got to teach people to persevere, and that's to me that's a big one, because
absolutely
bad things are going to happen, and it's not
work through them.
Yeah, it's how you react, how you respond, and
versus. I am so with you on that when you cross the threshold of realizing you're in control of how you respond versus always responding to everything that happens to you.
Yeah.
And that's a big one, even in the adult world.
Yeah.
To just constantly be reacting or to be in control. So we have contribute, collaborate, communicate, persevere. What do we have next?
Think critically.
And
then the last one is innovate.
Innovate, absolutely.
So we those are the goals for us as our students, or the outcomes that we want our students to be able to have as they leave our district. We touch on those things throughout the year to make sure, and we do them at age-appropriate levels. So just trying to make sure our kids are able to really that contribute to society, and it's really important for us. So.
Well, thank you for that. And I think you have a great team. I think about you're the superintendent. We have the principals of our schools, and also leading that philosophy. We have excellent principals. Yeah,
we do. We're very fortunate. Just honestly, from top to bottom, we have great people working at the school that care about kids and want what's best for students. So. And I always say, and was just talking to another superintendent yesterday, we try to hire great people and we can teach them the other stuff. But Perfect. The big thing is great people that care about kids.
Which is the team we were talking about. You mentioned you haven't, Willie had not seen the show yet, so that we're experiencing it together. Yeah. We had Sheriff Schneider and Deputy Sheriff Ellingson on Wednesday, and we also kind of talked about back to school themes, mainly in the category of student drivers, planning routes, and parents driving that route with kids, what to expect for traffic at the drop-off and at those times. Anything that you'd like to add in that category of the big transportation or that?
To me, the big thing is just remember, come October or August 22nd, kids are going to be out walking, and they're kids, so they may not walk on the sidewalk, they may walk in the street, so, and they may not wait for somebody to cross the road. So,
and we want them to look, but we need drivers to look.
Yeah, we just need to make sure we pay attention, and we're fortunate enough we have stop signs at every one of our buildings that go up during the school day.
Yep.
And honestly, for me, it's just become natural. Even during the summer, I still find myself stopping because they're
kind of half.
They're half there, but I would rather have that than not stop. But
I know it's like a subtle, almost reminder.
Yeah. So make sure you're paying attention to those. Just slow down school zones. We are going to have a lot of students driving for the first time. So if they make a mistake, don't rail on the horn at them.
No need for aggression.
Yeah, no, they're kids and they're trying to learn. And at some point, everybody who's driving had an issue. Yeah, we've had that problem before. So
this is true. We talked about problem intersections with our chat with the sheriff and deputy sheriff, and one of them, I've had one car accident in my life, and it was in the last year, and it was at a blind intersection. That's very tough. And
yeah,
I'm looking thrice now because I looked once, I looked good, and made an error. And
Like the intersection for me that I'm always the most scared of is that intersection coming from the high school from the Wayland Road, because you pull up there and there are shrubs there, and it's hard to see. And
shout out to those shrubs being trimmed. I saw yesterday there were more signs going up, and you know who you are, and I love you. But we need to.
Yeah, it's and I don't blame. It's just that's the way it is. So as you're coming into town from the south on Wayland Road, make sure, especially if it's before, especially after school around that 3 o'clock, 3 to 4, make sure you're slow down coming into town, because we have kids pulling out of there, and they're just kids. They're trying to figure things out too. So
you are spot on. We should talk about. So we talked mission outcome. School starts. We want to cover lunch, and I wanted to cover hiring too. Let's do that first. Are there job opportunities for people?
We do right now. Paras for this is the first time since I've been here. We're pretty full up, but we still have subs positions open. Mm-hmm. We have bus driver positions open. The two positions that we still have open teaching wise are a special ed position at Stewart, which is a BD, and then another special
what is
ed.
BD? That is
behavioral disability, and another special ed student. A special ed teacher, and I can't remember if it's Stuart Lincoln.
And we can throw that in the chat as well.
Yeah, so we have two teacher openings still.
Sub-para openings, substitute paras.
And obviously sub-teacher para or sub-teacher openings. If people can do that, we want them to sign up for that.
That has always intrigued me. So I don't have a teaching license, but I do have a BA and so if someone has a college degree, they can do a certificate and be a substitute teacher and help out. And what does that look like? How would I do that?
There's an online class you'd go through, and it doesn't take a long time, but go through that class, and I would have to look. I don't remember where it's located at, but go through that class and apply for your sub license, and you'll be good to go.
Well, I just think about many hands making light work, and the team environment that you have, and that's always been something on my mind, and I think it's a good environment and just a good place to be contributing. Before we have a pause segment as well. You can see some pets, but before we do that and then make Willie do the birthday game, what do people need to know about the lunch program, Willie?
One of the big things this year that's changed is over the past 2 years through the pandemic, we had the National School Lunch Program funded lunches for everyone. Lunch and breakfast, so no one had to pay. And during that time, people stopped applying for free and reduced lunches because it was free to everybody.
You didn't need to.
Yeah, so
now you need to apply.
This year, you need to apply, and I have sent that out through our system a couple times, and we'll probably send it out again today so people have it. But make sure, especially if you're eligible, please apply for it. It will help you out, especially with the cost of inflation and the cost of everything right now.
Absolutely, and the money that you're saving on applying and having that program is money that can be spent in other ways. And
exactly,
and the money is there. It's our money
to help your family. And we want to help your family. And then also the other positive when we do Title I funding, things like that. Honestly, the higher our special ed count, or not special ed, our free and reduced count is, the bigger that percentage is, the more money we get from the federal government. So it's kind of a win-win it's a win for us also, and it's also a win for our families. And
what's the best way to apply? Is that something we can put in the chat as well? Is there a link?
There is. There's a link, but
Nick, you're going to have to do some work today.
There are documents that they'll have to fill out, and we have a Spanish version and an English version. So. And it's all on our website. If they want to go to our website, you can link right to it, and it'll take care of everything. So,
thank you for sharing that. That is an important thing to do, and it's an important thing that's different, like you just mentioned.
Yeah,
for a couple years now, it's been a whole different way, and now we need to do this.
Well, that's the thing. I just don't want anybody to get caught off guard, and so we're trying to be very proactive so people know that it's coming, because we try not to we don't turn kids away.
Of course not.
Food wise, but a bill is a bill, and we, like I said, especially now with the way things are, the cost of gas, cost of diesel, it's really important, and we want to get families as much money as they can.
Well, and that's why we asked you on as we do this show with the Southeast Iowa Union. We want to get information to people, and this is to our mutual benefit, and we'll put that in the chat and hope that you can find that information that you need or share it with the people that need it. We're going to we have a pause segment, I'm told.
Yes.
So we're going to do our 1 minute pause segment. We're going to do the birthday game. And if we missed anything, when we come back from pause, we'll hit it. So Nick, to the pause.
This cat's name is Buster. He loves to give hugs, but he also loves to give a few playful bites. With a little bit of training, he'll make a great addition to any family. This cat's name is Buffy. She's a very calm cat. But sometimes she does look like she can see dead people. If you're looking for a calm cat, Buffy is the one. This kitten is a new arrival. She's one of the sweetest cats I've met since starting this segment. We had a great time playing. That was until she got distracted by her neighbor Heston. We got along so well, she was very angry when I had to leave.
Welcome back to Washington Live. You just watched the pause segment. I'm told the animals were Buster, Buffy, and a new arrival.
Yeah, I didn't get the name of the new arrival.
And one of them has been adopted. Buster's been
Yes,
adopted?
Buster, I believe, was adopted.
Buster was adopted. Buffy was not adopted. And of course, if you'd like to adopt an animal, Posum or our friends in our regular segment, you could just go and check out the animals.
Are we ready for the birthday game?
I think we are.
Awesome.
We asked if we didn't cover anything. Lots of good information in today's show, so we covered most of it. We're going to do birthday shout-outs. I have a few. Peyton Osman, Lindsay Wheeler, Trey Rossenberger, and co-birthdays with Sarah Grunwald and Isabella, oh my goodness, Isabella Santoro. Happy birthday to you. It was great to see several of those friends last night at the music we shouted out at the beginning of the show. So those are my birthday shout outs. I don't think we have any in the chat.
Not that I saw.
If you have one, you can put it in the chat. You can always email birthday, anniversary, local events to washialive@gmail.com. Willie, thanks for sticking around for our birthday game.
Sure.
Let's roll right through it in a efficient fashion.
Yes. Okay, so Cara Delevingne is the first celebrity birthday for
I did
today.
not know.
I believe she's an actress. I'm trying to think of famous things she's in. I think she was in that awful Suicide Squad movie. With
You are
DC.
younger than I, and both of us. So I'll go first, and I'll just say 24. Oh, so the rules of the game, Willie. Thank you again for playing.
Sure.
You didn't quite. I believe if you land within 3 years, you get a point. If you land right on, you get 2 points.
Yes.
And if you win, you win. Or you could take a trophy.
Okay.
Matt has bought.
So what'd you say, Jaron? For
I'm gonna go 24.
I'm going 26.
she is actually turning 30. Oh, she turned 30 today.
So we are at 0 points.
0 points to start.
I'm actually really bad at the game as well.
So next up we have Casey Affleck, who is the, I believe, younger brother of Ben Affleck.
He's done some very skilled.
He is a very great actor, just overshadowed by his brother. Manchester by the Sea is an amazing
That was
performance.
a really great. That talked about the mental health stuff, which we didn't get into, but I know that is a priority for
Yes.
For our district.
our district.
Yep.
Would you like to go first on Casey?
Sure, I'm going to say 42.
And I will go 38.
He is actually 47.
We are at
So
0.
0 points.
We're being nice. No, you always
you
want
gotta-
to
you
guess
gotta-
young if you're going to guess.
I know we don't think these celebrities are watching the show, but
If they are, we just want to be.
kind.
So now we're moving in tomorrow's birthdays. We have Sebastian Stan, who is in most famous for the Marvel movies, playing Bucky Barnes. Also in I,
that's
Tonya.
There you
He has
go.
a very nice mustache in that movie.
You are a mustache admirer.
Yes, I am.
Nick, wait, you're a grad from UNI, right?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
In digital media production?
You're like the
This
only.
is
You're the only
first-
person that gets it right. I hope you should be proud of that.
Well, it's our
my own
professional
mother gets it wrong.
This is Nick's first job out of college. He's
Oh.
brought in to do what
Awesome.
we're doing,
Sweet.
which is great.
Yeah, he
So how
does
old
a
do you
great
guys
job.
think Sebastian Stan?
Oh yeah, that's right. I'll go first on this one. I'll 42.
I'll go 45.
He is 40. So Jared.
I get
a
one on that
point.
one. All right. So there's Jaron, there's Willie on the board.
So now we're moving
next?
into Sunday's birthdays. We have Mila Kunis dating.
Oh, Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton
Yes,
Kutcher.
Ashton
Our Iowa
Kutcher,
kid.
Our Iowa kid. That 70 show.
So my age, I'm 38, and I often relate my age to guessing the other ages. She's 40. I'll go 40.
I'm going 38.
You guys both get a point on that one. She is 30. She's going to turn 39.
All right, point and point on the board.
So now we'll have Halle Berry. Is that
How many more do we have here? Oh, we have 3 more. All right,
Yes.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry? Well, yeah. So Halle Berry. How old do you think Halle Berry?
54.
Oh, that was a quick. Yeah, that's pretty confident right there.
Okay, let's see, 57. No, that's not possible. No, I said it. I should have gone younger, but I'll stick with it. Card laid is a card played.
You guys both get points. She is 56.
Oh, all right, I'll take it. Although I think I'm leading by 1
You
point
are.
right now.
Maybe 2.
I think maybe 2.
Nope, it's 3-2.
3-2.
All right.
Now,
That's not his
no, it's not.
rough situation.
So we have Steve Martin. Where is he with his banjo? Here he is. Amazing banjo player. I don't know if you guys have ever heard
I
him
have.
play. Only Murders in the Building, I believe, is what
Do you
he's
play
doing
any
now.
music, or is it all sports?
All sports.
All sports. Only Murders in the Building is great. Do you want me to go first, or would you like to?
Doesn't matter.
I'll go 65.
I was going to go 70.
He is actually much older. He is 77.
Oh, again with the 0 points from. He's a good-looking 77.
Yeah, that's a recent picture.
That's
too.
cracking on 80. That's great.
Yeah.
We have one more.
We
I
have
believe.
one final one. We have Magic Johnson, the famous LA Laker.
Superintendent Stone, Willie, what would you like to?
He's the sports guy.
We'll go Magic at 58.
And I will go 62.
He is turning 63.
Oh, you're close.
You got
You
another?
know, this is the best I've ever done in a birthday game.
It was a rough start, but I think, yeah,
I do think I take the win, but
you do take the win.
It's not a competitive thing. But thank you for letting me win. I don't
Yeah.
often. do so.
That's all right.
You've been watching Washington Live, powered by KCTC. Thanks so much to Superintendent Stone, Willie Stone, for being with us and talking about so many important things.
No problem. I've enjoyed it.
Appreciate you being here. We're powered by KCTC, part of the Southeast Iowa Union. Mike Zoz is up next on Monday. So join us on Monday for Mike Zoz. Wednesday, we have Jackie Ariola for Latino Fest discussions. And then Friday, we have Millie Youngquist. So join us next week. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.